Hello there, beautiful people. My name is Rafael from Visions of Rafael, and today I'm here with a tarot unboxing, and this will be my first unboxing. And this is the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, and so this is like at least based on the original tarot cards from 1910, and it says these are conceived by A.E. Waite, and that is from the Rider-Waite, the original Rider-Waite. So this is actually like based on where that is actually from. The cards are designed by Pamela Coleman Smith, and these first came out in 1910. Some pages even say 1909, so it could even be a little bit earlier than that. A.E. Waite stands for Arthur Edward Waite. So that is the original person who conceived the cards. So as you can see here, this is from the original back. And I've had these since a couple days now, but I've wanted to film this video. So therefore, yeah, today we're here. By the way, the size of the box, because when I first saw them, I thought the box would be a little bit bigger. It's about this, like a little bit smaller than my hands, so it's really not that big. It's not as big as I would assume it would be. Like for example, I have some tea here. And this is like not a big teacup at all, and this is how big it is compared to it. So there you go. On the back, it says, A.E. Waite, so Arthur Edward Waite, was a celebrated writer on occult topics and a member of the Hermetic Order of the Golden Dawn. His 78-card tarot deck is probably the most widely used in the world. The rich, figurative designs that are the hallmark of this set will help everyone to understand and enjoy the uniqueness, the unique language of tarot, and the contents. Complete 78-card Waite deck, including 22 major arcana and 56 lesser arcana in full color. So your usual tarot cards all have like 78 cards. So it's the same, and this is like, if you're familiar with tarot in general, this is like very similar to the one that you find very often with like the yellow packaging. But this one is with the original backing. So this one is actually like based on what it was actually like supposed to look like in the beginning. And The Key of the Tarot by Arthur Edward Waite, fully revised and updated, with a foreword by Liz Green, and divinatory chart. The Key of the Tarot by Arthur Edward Waite, fully revised and updated with a foreword by Liz Green, is one of the reasons why I wanted to get the pack. So this is the pack instead of just like the tarot cards. Because, and of course we'll be seeing that as we open the box, because for what I know, there's supposed to be like quite some history in it about like tarot and a lot about the actual meanings. I ordered these cards off of wordery.com, and I'm pretty sure it's an American website, but you can also find it on different sites. So if you're from the Netherlands, like ball.com is a place where you can get them. These go for around 25 to 30 euros, or like, I think it's about the same in dollars, but it really depends on which retailer you buy them from. Okay. It comes in, it came very neatly packaged. It was completely like stuck in the packaging, like very firm. And now it has a little layer of plastic over it to like keep the actual box clean as well. I bought these cards originally to actually, I hope this is, don't be too dissatisfied. They feel really nice. The box feels really good. It's really pretty. The coloring is done very well as well. I hope the video does it justice. It has like the golden of the snake actually reflects a little bit, and this blue looks very rich and it's a very nice color. I've been waiting for this moment, so now to open the cards. Oh, cool. Okay. So the first thing that you see, so it comes kind of sideways, the Celtic cross. So this is a layout for the cards. Let's see. So I'm actually gonna light a little bit of an incense to clear up the space a little bit. cleanse the cards, because of course it's always recommended to cleanse your cards before you get them, because there's a lot of plastic and they've been through many people's hands. The first thing that you see is the key to the tarot, revised and updated edition, also by Arthur Edward Waite, and forward word by Liz Green. The key to the tarot, what tarot is and how to consult it, revised and updated edition. There's 159 pages. The book also feels quite nice. It's a little sleek. It seems like it will actually looks like a little book. That's really adorable actually. So on the back it says, "The Key to the Tarot was written in 1910 by A.E. Waite, a renowned scholar of occultism and a leading member of the magical order known as the Order of the Golden Dawn. The book can be used in conjunction with any set of tarot cards, but it was written in particular to accompany the 78-card Rider-Waite tarot deck, which was designed by Pamela Coleman Smith in according with A.E. Waite's instruction. The Key to the Tarot explains the history and symbolism of the cards and gives instructions on how to use them for purposes of divination. This revised edition includes a specially commissioned forward by Liz Green, designed by Nigel Partridge." So it says which pages things are on, and it's about multiple parts, and it should be very easy to find. Also 111. And it gives a lot about the history of the tarot and some insights about the tarot itself. And this was a big reason to why I wanted to buy the cards itself. So it could give you a lot of insight on what you'll be studying. And the book feels very nice. It feels very clean. It looks a little bit like an actual small book. So that's actually really cool. Let's see, random page. The Wands, cool. King, the physical and emotional nature too. Yeah, so it gives a lot of insights about the cards itself. Cool. Future Rafael here for a second. I actually did end up changing my mind on this, but stay tuned to a later part of the video with my 1 month update to actually hear my genuine opinion. Cool. Yeah, for example, so here we have, let's see, we have the Wands Pursuit, page 10. So it goes from the King to the, it goes downwards. That's very interesting. So 10 of Wands. A man oppressed by the weight of the 10 staves which he is carrying. Divinatory meanings. A card of many significances. And some of the readings cannot be harmonized. I set aside that which connects it with honor and good faith. It is oppression simply, but it is also fortune, gain, any kind of success of these things. It is also a card of false seeming, disguise. Paraphrody. Very old word. The place which the figure is approaching may suffer from the rods that he carries. Success is stultified. In the Nine of Swords follows. Oh. Nine of Swords follows. And if it is a question of lawsuit, there will be... Wait, but is this the Swords then? No, it's the Wands. Okay, I hope you get the message. So it gives a very, very clear and original, detailed insight about the cards itself. Yeah, so very cool. So that's the Key of the Tarot, the book that comes with it. And there's a lot more in it by itself. Oh, interesting. See, so here you have the Swords, and it's very simple. King, a lawyer, senator, doctor, reversed, a bad man. Queen, a widow, reversed, a bad woman. So it's very... like, it even has some additional meanings of the Lesser Arcana. Yeah, very cool. I like that. The Star, loss, theft, privilege. Yeah, cool. So it really depends on how much insight you want. So there's even like multiple ways of getting insight about the tarot itself. So that's really cool. And that came here neatly packaged as well. Then we have the cards. So this is the actual box of the cards, and the cards come loose. So here, as you can see, this is, for me at least, a big reason to why I wanted these tarot cards in particular, this set of the Rider-Waite. It has the original back. So these are lilies, for what I have gathered so far. These are little lilies. And so far, they seem very cleanly cut. They seem very nicely done. And also, again, neatly packaged in some plastic. And also the plastic waste isn't too much in my opinion, but I definitely think it could be a lot better, of course, but I think that's always the case. And then besides that, in the packaging itself, there's just this little separator box that makes sure that the cards have their own space and that the book has its own space. So let's look at the tarot. So I actually feel like I want to take my rings off for this. This is my 4th deck, and I've never owned an actual Rider-Waite tarot deck before. So let's get the plastic off. Let's do it safely. So the Rider-Waite tarot deck. Sick. So these cards by themselves, so without the complete key of tarot, so I think then you'll just have a little bit of a smaller book that just speaks about the meanings of the cards. These go for less money, so for what I've seen, around like 13 to 15 euros, so I think it will be around the same for the dollars. So the first card that we see is the original Rider-Waite tarot deck, conceived by, so it's once again just an introduction to the cards itself. And then to actually go to the tarot cards. So far, I noticed that the coloring is done very, very neatly, and I think it seems a little shiny, it seems good quality. The cards feel quite firm, but also bendable, so through shuffling, it should be very doable. Ten of Swords. What does that say? Okay. Okay, hello, I'm back at it again. But now, a few weeks to months later, I have no idea how much time has passed, but I've been using the cards. If you follow me on this YouTube channel, you've probably seen me use them in the readings. And do not mind the bandage. I was trying to put a collar on my cat and that worked out very bad. But yeah, okay. So I wanted to give a little like review. So instead of just like opening the cards, I was like, why don't I just like use them for some time and actually like get myself a little intertwined with the cards and actually read the book and actually like think it through. And so now I'm here to actually give you a review after having used these cards for some time. And I guess I am happy that that was my way of thinking, because now I have a lot more to say to you. Like I did say in the beginning, where I already like gave you some concerns with like the way that the box was. I actually have not noticed that it was the biggest issue for me. I've actually gotten used to it quite well, and because I do use like multiple cards, like card sets, I have noticed that I don't know, I don't think about it too much, and I don't yeah, it's just not that big of a deal. And if you have this book in here all the time and you put the cards in, it's quite okay. And I mean, like, if you want to take them out, you do want to make sure that you have the book out in case you want to take the cards out, because otherwise it's going to get a little awkward because the book is also going to fall out. But yeah, besides that, let's actually look at the cards. I have noticed that I really love the way that the colors are used. I love the quality of the cards. The energy feels good. They work good in divination, and I love just in general like the warmth of the colors, and I hope it like translates on camera. I've just really enjoyed like the warmth of the pictures, and I love how they use energy, and I love how they're read. I just feel, yeah, Knight of Cups. I just feel really Knight of Cups about this. I really love the cards. I'm really happy with them. I've loved getting to know the Rider-Waite tarot deck, and I sadly cannot speak cannot speak from experience from like the other Rider-Waite deck, so not the original, but the one that you can buy in almost any like bookstore or in any spiritual shop. But I've really been enjoying these. The quality is super good, and they're like, I've stopped like shuffling like this basically, but it's fine. It's very doable. They are like very sturdy, so it's easy, but sometimes of course a little hard to shuffle at times. But besides that, because since lately I've started to like shuffling like this, and I've really enjoyed that. And I mean, like, if you like to use them like this, where you want to like actually let the cards do that, like for example, like you see like, oh, okay, this card like is the one that's speaking to me, then you like look at it. These cards are really nice for that, I've really noticed. And besides that, they feel good in the hand, maybe a little big, a little thick sometimes, but I'm really happy with them. Yeah, so that's it on the cards. I've really enjoyed using the cards a lot. But now to actually get to the book, and this is like a big reason to why you want to get like the original Rider-Waite tarot pack, for example, not just the cards. But then to actually talk about the book, I would say that I think it's a very, very interesting book. The way that the history is represented of the tarot and divinatory meanings of the tarot, I think it's super interesting, and it does show you a lot about how it wants to. It does show you a lot about the way that yeah, the divinatory usage of cards has been used throughout the time, and where like what is the oldest card deck that you can find with that would resemble like the Rider-Waite, so the tarot deck as we know them nowadays. And I do notice that at some points they get a little biased, or like a little cut off, and it seems like they have a little bit of a personal interest in the way that they describe the cards, describe the history. So for example, there were claims that there were like earlier copies of tarot decks in Egypt or in India or in China, and they kind of just like shut that off very swiftly and just said like, hey, we could not find anything on it, so therefore like we're not going to talk about it. So instead of like giving more information on what they might have been talking about, or like what the situation is, or why it is that they could not find the research, or like blah 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 blah, they kind of just shut it down very swiftly, very easily, without there being a lot of sympathy or clarity on the situation. And that's of course very much okay, and that's the way that they run to write the book, so therefore I trust the process. But that is something that I wanted to note. Besides that, I think that going through the book and finding what you're looking for is really quite difficult, because there's so much in such a little pamphlet with zero color, and like it just says part 1, part 2, part 3, and then you can be here in the beginning and find what it's supposed to do. But then to actually like find what you're looking for and go through the pages, it can be like kind of tedious. And I noticed that I was like kind of like avoiding the book as much as I can, so using the cards, which once again I am truly so in love with the cards. With the book, I noticed that I would start avoiding the book, and every single time I wanted to look something up, I would just do it I would just do it on Google. And I noticed that the book was kind of like, I did not need it. It's super interesting, and it gives you like a lot more insight on the meanings of the cards, and it does show you the divinatory meanings of the cards themselves. And for example, what I found super interesting is, yeah, if you have the recurrence of the cards in dealing, like it gives you a very much insight on what it could say or what it could show. So for example, like so 3 nights, lively debate, or 2 nights, intimacy, and that type of stuff. It gives you it gives you very interesting insight on the situation. And it also gives you a different way of dealing the cards, which is also very interesting, an alternative method of reading the tarot cards, which I find a very interesting situation, but kind of confusing to go over it. I feel like I had to read it multiple times to kind of understand the concept. And I hate to like kind of be so hard on the book, but I've really noticed that I have been having a really hard time with the book. So I just want to be very honest, and these are the concerns with it that I've had. Besides that, I think it's very pretty and looks pretty in the box, and the shining and the gold is very pretty, and I think it's super interesting, and I find it quite like an honor to be able to read something from like Arthur Edward Waite. But I did also notice that the way that it's described at some points, because the book, like the cards were designed before 1910 even, so it's quite like misogynistic and sexistic, and the way that they describe the situation can be quite like difficult in my opinion. But I guess that's just something that comes with tarot in general, and something we just have to kind of like accept and kind of rethink, because for example you literally have the queen under the king, so there's also like already something wrong with that. But there are like more modern decks that actually like have the like for example the queen on top, or just like general like non-binary energies. There's other ways of dealing with it, but for now that's just the way that it is, I guess. And but that is something I once again wanted to note as well. So there are some like misogynistic, sexistic points of views in the book at some points. And besides that, I did notice that for what I've been learning and teaching myself about tarot, like sometimes I read the divinatory meanings and like the meanings of the cards, and then I like think about it, and I'm just like, I just cannot grasp what it's trying to tell me. I find it hard to like use like in my tarot readings, and I know the way that I've been taught about tarot, and the way that I've been studying about tarot, the way that it makes sense in my head, and the way that the cards like have been, the way that I've been studying the cards. So in YouTube videos that I've watched, in books that I've read, in on Google, like looking up on websites, on all things, the way that they represent the cards, it can be very similar. And I noticed that if I read it again, I'm like, oh, true that. But if I look at it in this card, I'm just like, wait, what? I'm so confused. But besides that, of course, it gives you like more meaning to the card. So there's a lot of value to it, because it really shows you like the way that it was originally designed to be and how it was designed to do. And besides that, that's not the case with all the cards. This is just like one of the cards that I did notice that it was like quite difficult to kind of put one and one together. But that's something to take note of as well. And it really depends on your personal point of view. Do you feel really drawn to get the book, get these cards, learn in that manner? Then go for it. This is perfect for you. I think it's put well together. I do think that, of course, it's sometimes a little bit biased and a little short, and of course the way that it has been written in 1910, 1992, so therefore the misogynistic, like there are some like older points of views in that situation. And it's a little hard to go through, but if you really want to study, you can add like little things to like actually make it clearer for yourself. So, last thing I did want to note is that before I like, yeah, the lovers, I love that. This is something that I really have enjoyed, and this is something that I cannot say with confidence whether or not this is in the tarot deck or just in the tarot pack, but that Pamela Coleman Smith got her own card. But then when I actually like later on read what it all says, I was truly like, this is so valuable. I'm so thankful for this, because in the book it says nothing about Pamela, but she is the person that actually designed these cards, that actually like did all that. And I myself am quite the artist, and of course like it, so this became very interesting to me. So what did it, you if you get the cards yourself, you can actually like just full on like have the card. And besides that, let me just like put it up close for you so you can actually like pause the screen and read it through. But besides that, I like, it basically talks about how her history, where she came from, and her story, and how she got to the Golden Dawn, and what type of situation that was. And later on, it describes that she was designing these cards, and that she did her art, and she was always very broke. She never married, and then she died, and that's her story. Like, she had no idea that 100 years later, thousands and thousands of tarot readers are using her cards right now. I thought that was so valuable, so valuable and so pretty, and like I don't know, I have so much appreciation and so much like yeah, so much appreciation for Pamela and for the whole situation. So I am very, very thankful that I actually like got to read through that and actually learn more about her story. And when I use the cards, her energy, I just love to feel it, and yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to add that as well. I thought that was very valuable. I thought that was very pretty, and I was very thankful to actually like learn about that. And yeah, it gave me some more insight into the cards and the history of them as well. But yeah, I think that's about it. I have had a really good time with the cards, and the book has like teach me a lot about like the history of tarot, but I have noticed that I do not really want to use the book almost ever, and I would prefer to just go to Google because I prefer that divinatory meaning and in that divinatory manner. And if you are confused whether to buy like the pack or like actually just the tarot deck, then I would truly leave that up to you. If I were to watch this video back when I wanted to buy these cards, I would have told myself to just get the deck, instead of the set, because I wanted to learn more about the actual about the drawings, and why is the sunflower there, and what does it represent, and why is the child naked, what does the child represent, why is the horse, and why does the horse look kind of sad, and those are things that you can learn and that can be shown and that have divinatory meaning. But I was not able to find that in the book, and it does show a lot about the sun and what it was represented by and what the original concept was, and so it is something to add to your collection, but I do not think it should be your base knowledge and your base book to base it all off of. But that's my personal point of view. Of course, always take how things are, take how it resonates, and leave it if it doesn't, and only listen to this if you want to. This is me and my point of view and how I've been experiencing the cards. And besides that, I have not been a tarot reader for 20 years. I have been like teaching myself about tarot for like the past year or so. So therefore, I am not able to speak completely out of the full major experience. But I have been using cards a lot, and I am basing this on what I've gathered and my personal point of views and my personal opinions. So yeah, okay, well, I think that's basically it. Besides that, I am not going to give it a rating. I just think these are very good cards, and I love the quality of them. I love the art. I think it's really pretty. I love the coloring. I think the quality is really good. I think the back is gorgeous, and they're very nice to use in divinatory meanings, in shuffling. They're very useful. I just spoke like for a very long time about the book and my concerns on it, but besides that, it is very interesting and it does give you a lot of insight. So I hope this gave you enough information on whether to buy the cards or to buy the deck or to buy like these cards in general. And yeah, I will just thank you for watching, and make sure to leave your opinion on if you have these cards as well, like in my comment section, and like the video if you learned something new, or if you just wanted to like the video, and subscribe if you would like to maybe see a tarot reading of mine someday, because I also do YouTube tarot readings, or if you would like other tarot related content or just me related content. So thank you for watching. I hope you actually gained the information that you needed, and take care, and yeah, okay. Thank you, love. Ciao. Talk to you later.